The digital universe paused for a brief second before erupting into an absolute frenzy of excitement as the notification banner lit up across millions of phone screens. Zhang Ling, one of the most beloved and charismatic actors of his generation, had unexpectedly turned on his live stream. Fans from every corner of the globe immediately rushed to join the broadcast, eager to catch a glimpse of his relaxed off-screen persona, hoping for behind-the-scenes stories, or simply wishing to bask in his warm, engaging presence. The comment section began to move at a blinding, dizzying speed, transforming into a cascading waterfall of flashing hearts, excited emojis, and enthusiastic greetings that scrolled past faster than the human eye could comfortably track. Ling adjusted his camera with a soft, genuine smile, sitting comfortably in what appeared to be a quiet green room or a cozy backstage lounge. He greeted his audience with that familiar, gentle warmth that always had the miraculous ability to make thousands of viewers feel as though he were speaking directly and personally to each individual. His hair was styled loosely, and he wore a casual, comfortable jacket that suggested he had just wrapped up a long, demanding day of filming or promotional work. Despite the obvious exhaustion lingering softly at the edges of his eyes, his energy picked up immediately, fueled by the overwhelming wave of adoration and welcoming messages pouring continuously onto the screen. He began chatting naturally about his day, sharing lighthearted anecdotes about the unpredictable weather on set and teasing a few upcoming projects that had kept him exceptionally busy lately. Viewers hung onto his every word, completely captivated by the deep, resonant cadence of his voice and the effortless charm that radiated from his expressions. Every laugh he shared echoed warmly through the digital ether, sending his fandom into absolute spirals of joy. He answered a few random questions selected quickly from the moving wall of text, displaying his signature wit and playful humor that never failed to entertain and endear him even further to the audience. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, completely unbeknownst to Ling and the millions of spellbound viewers watching intently, a playful scheme was quietly brewing. Tian Xiwei, his vibrant and remarkably witty co-star known widely for her infectious energy and razor-sharp comedic timing, happened to be finishing up her own schedule nearby. Spotting Linghe's glowing live stream screen from across the hallway, a mischievous glint sparked in her eyes. Without a moment of hesitation, she decided that a harmless surprise visit was in absolute order, eager to inject a sudden dose of chaotic fun into the otherwise calm and collected broadcast. Xiwei crept down the quiet corridor like a secret agent on a high-stakes mission, holding her laughter back with both hands to ensure she didn't accidentally give away her stealthy approach. She motioned frantically to a nearby staff member, whispering instructions to keep quiet while she orchestrated her impromptu entrance. The sheer anticipation was palpable in the air around her team, who watched in silent amusement as she prepared to stage one of the most unforgettable pop-up moments in recent streaming history. With measured, tiptoeing steps, she slowly approached the open doorway of Linghe's resting room, her excitement bubbling over into a wide, triumphant grin. Inside the room, Ling was completely oblivious to the delightful ambush taking place just inches away from his field of vision. He was leaning slightly forward, deeply engrossed in reading a particularly funny fan comment aloud, chuckling softly as he formulated a witty retort. The ambient noise of the hallway was muted, masking the sound of approaching footsteps entirely. The live stream chat, however, began to experience a very sudden, inexplicable shift in tone. Sharp-eyed viewers who could glimpse a faint, blurry shadow moving in the background reflection behind Ling started spamming the chat with a barrage of frantic, all-caps warning messages. Comments like, "Look behind you," and, "Is that Xiwei?" began flooding the screen at an astronomical velocity, completely overtaking the previous stream of generic greetings. Ling paused mid-sentence, looking momentarily baffled by the sudden erratic behavior of his chat room. He furrowed his brows in genuine confusion, leaning closer to his monitor to decipher the rapidly moving text that now looked like an incomprehensible wall of panic. Before he could even begin to process the frantic digital warnings, a familiar, bright voice rang out clearly from directly behind his chair, breaking the momentary silence. "What are you telling all these lovely people behind my back, Mr. Zhang?" Xiwei chimed in, her voice dripping with playful theatricality and mischief. Before Ling could even turn his head around to face the intruder, Xiwei stepped smoothly into the camera frame with dramatic flair, striking a hilarious, exaggerated superhero pose that instantly filled the screen with her vibrant energy. The sheer suddenness of her appearance caused Ling to jump slightly in his seat, his eyes widening in genuine, unscripted shock before a massive, involuntary grin broke across his face. The contrast between his initial startled reaction and his subsequent warm amusement was absolute perfection, capturing a brilliantly authentic, unfiltered moment of pure camaraderie. The live stream chat instantly exploded into a Category 5 hurricane of digital pandemonium. The sheer volume of incoming messages spiked so dramatically that the server momentarily lagged, struggling to process the millions of hearts, shocked face emojis, and screams of delight typed out in frantic unison by stunned fans. Viewers could scarcely believe their eyes, seeing their two favorite stars sharing the exact same screen so unexpectedly felt like hitting an absolute jackpot. Social media platforms outside the broadcast instantly caught fire, with clips and screenshots of the exact millisecond of the surprise appearance being shared tens of thousands of times per minute. Ling recovered from his momentary surprise with a hearty laugh, shaking his head as he leaned back in his chair to accommodate Xiwei, who cheerfully claimed the empty space right beside him. "You nearly gave me a heart attack," Ling exclaimed, chuckling as he gestured toward her with an expression of mock exasperation. "I thought security was coming in to tell me my time was up." Xiwei beamed brightly, leaning casually into the frame with an unapologetic look of triumph. "Oh, please, security loves me too much to ever kick me out," she joked smoothly, turning her attention directly to the camera and waving enthusiastically at the soaring viewer count. "Hello, everyone, did you miss me? Because I know you were all getting terribly bored just listening to Ling talk about the weather." The witty banter between the two actors kicked off immediately, transforming the calm, solo broadcast into a dynamic, laugh-filled comedy show. Their natural chemistry was unmistakable, rooted in months of working closely together and developing a deeply comfortable friendship. They teased each other effortlessly, trading quick-witted remarks and playfully arguing over trivial matters like who was better at remembering their lines or who snacked more on set. The live audience feasted on every single second of the interaction, completely enamored by the genuine warmth and effortless rapport that defined their dynamic. Xiwei playfully grabbed a stray prop from the nearby table, a small, decorative plush toy, and began using it as an impromptu microphone, conducting a mock interview with Ling right there on the spot. "Tell the class, Mr. Zhang, why did you decide to go live without informing your official co-star and superior?" she asked with faux seriousness, holding the toy right up to his face like an eager reporter. Ling raised an eyebrow, playing along with the theatrical bit seamlessly. "Because, Miss Tian, some of us actually like to have private conversations with our supporters without getting interrupted by uninvited guests crashing the party," he replied smoothly, a brilliant, teasing smile lighting up his face. The chat room went completely wild at the exchange, with fans declaring them the ultimate chaotic duo. The comedic timing between the two actors was razor sharp, flowing naturally without a single awkward pause or forced moment. They bounced off each other's energy with the ease of lifelong friends who could read each other's minds, turning a simple routine check-in with fans into an unforgettable, iconic streaming moment that would undoubtedly be remembered and rewatched for years to come. As the minutes ticked by, the atmosphere in the room grew even more relaxed. Xiwei comfortably settled into the chair next to Ling, occasionally glancing over at the live chat to read out particularly funny comments and laughing out loud at the wild theories fans were spinning about her sudden appearance. She enthusiastically shared a few behind-the-scenes secrets about Linghe's habits on set, gleefully exposing how he always stole the best snacks from the catering truck and how he spent his breaks practicing ridiculously difficult card tricks. Ling laughed heartily, trying weakly to defend himself against her playful accusations, though he couldn't deny a single word because they were entirely true. "Don't listen to a single thing she's saying," Ling told the camera with a wide grin, pointing playfully at Xiwei. "She is a professional fabricator of tall tales. I am a model professional at all times." "A model professional who sleeps with a script clutched to his chest like a teddy bear," Xiwei retorted instantly, raising her eyebrows with a triumphant smirk that sent Ling into another fit of genuine laughter. The playful bickering felt less like a public broadcast and more like peeking into a cozy living room where two close friends were spending a lazy evening together. There was an absolute absence of pretense or manufactured celebrity polish. It was raw, funny, and deeply endearing. Fans soaked up every ounce of this authenticity, flooding the screen with endless messages expressing how happy it made them to see their favorite actors sharing such genuine, unscripted joy amidst their grueling work schedules. Ling eventually managed to regain a modicum of control over the broadcast, though the playful energy remained at an absolute peak. He turned back to the main camera, his expression softening as he looked at the staggering numbers of people tuning in from all over the world. He took a moment to express his sincere gratitude for the unwavering support, love, and patience the fandom had shown him through every single project, high and low. His words were articulate, heartfelt, and deeply moving, reminding everyone why he held such a special place in millions of hearts. Xiwei chimed in to echo his sentiments, adding her own signature blend of heartfelt appreciation and light-hearted humor. She thanked the fans for always looking out for them, noting how much strength the actors drew from the constant stream of positivity and encouragement sent their way every single day. The mutual respect and genuine fondness between the two stars and their community created a palpable bubble of warmth that transcended geographical borders, digital screens, and language barriers, uniting people from diverse walks of life under a shared umbrella of joy. Unfortunately, all good things must eventually come to an end, and the reality of their busy schedules soon caught up with them. A sharp knock echoed softly on the doorframe, followed by a staff member gesturing politely to indicate that Xiwei's next call time was officially locked in and ready to roll. Xiwei groaned playfully, leaning her head back dramatically in faux despair as she realized her fun